What's up guys, MTG Hipster here with another deck tech video. This is going to be my Theros pre-release deck. Obviously I chose the blue box that they were handing out that night, and it was the Path of Wisdom. It was honestly the last one, and I must say I was not upset with what I pulled out of it at all. So I ran Azorius, which I don't know, there's no guilds in this set anyways. There's multicolored cards, but I wouldn't consider it a guild. So I guess let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to start off with artifact creatures, enchantment creatures, enchantments, instants, sorceries, and enchantments. I think maybe I messed up a little bit in the back. Anyways, we have two Alpine Unicorns. It's a 3-drop artifact creature. It's a 1/2, and you can tap it for any mana. So it's basically a 3-drop for any color mana dork. One Thassa's Emissary. It's a enchantment creature. It's a 4-drop to play a 3/3 or a 6-drop to enchant a creature and give it +3/+3 whenever it deals damage to a player. You get to draw a card. A Nimbus Naiad. It's an enchantment creature. It's a 3-drop for a 2/2 with a bestow cost of 5, and if you bestow a creature with it, it gets +2/+2 and has flying. A Hopeful Edelion is an enchantment creature. Spirit, 1-drop for a 1/1 or a 4-drop for a 1/1 and a lifelink with the bestow. Observant Azalid. I'm terrible with pronouncing these card names. Enchantment creature Nymph. It's a 3-drop for a 2/2 with vigilance, or if you do the 5-drop for it and cast as an enchant creatures +2/+2 and vigilance. Down to the creatures, Laguna Band Elder. It's a 3-drop for a 3/2, and when it enters the battlefield, if you control an enchantment, you gain 3 life. Lineon Snarecaster. When it enters the battlefield, I can tap a target creature. It's a 2-drop for a 2/1. Yacht Ox. It's a 1-drop for a 0/4, so a very nice defender that can actually swing. Evangel of Heloid. A 6-drop for a 1/3. But when it enters the battlefield, put a number of 1/1 right soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield equal to your devotion of white, which is how many white symbols you have up here on the field. Cavalry Pegasus. It's a 2-drop for a 1/1 with flying, and when it attacks human creatures I control, gain flying until end of turn. Phalanx Leader. It's a 2-drop for a 1/1 with heroic. Whenever I cast a spell that targets him, put a 1/1 creature on each creature you control. So 1/1 counters on every creature I control whenever I cast a spell on him. Ephra's Warden is a 4-drop for a 1/2, and I can tap it to tap a creature with 3 or less that my opponent controls. Favorite Hoptile is a 1-drop for a 1/2 with heroic. So whenever I cast a spell that targets him, I get to put a 1/1 counter on him and prevent all damage that be dealt to him this turn. Down to blue creatures. Breaching Hippocamp. It has flash, and it's a 4-drop for a 3/2. Whenever it enters the battlefield, untap a target creature you control. So play it during their turn for another creature to block with, basically. Vaporkin is a 2-drop for a 2/1 with flying. It can only block creatures with flying. Coastline Chimera, I have 2 of them. It's a 4-drop for a 1/5 with flying, and I can tap 1 colorless and 1 white to make it block an additional creature, which is pretty nice. Prescient Cherima, 5-drop for a 3/4 with flying, and whenever I cast an sorcery spell, I get to scry 1. So I have one of those. 2 Annuls, which is the instants, counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Very nice. Lost in a Labyrinth, target creature gets -3/-0 until end of turn, and I get to scry 1. God's Willing is a 1-drop, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn, and you get to scry 1. Ray of Dissolution. 3-drop for destroy target enchantment, and I gain 3 life. Ordeal of Heloid. It's a 2-drop for enchantment for a creature. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then if it has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, sacrifice Ordeal of Heloid, and I gain 10 life when I sacrifice it. Aqueous Form is a 1-drop for enchanted creature, and an enchanted creature can't be blocked. Ordeal of Thassa is a 2-drop for an enchanted creature. Whenever that creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then if I get 3 or more, sacrifice this card, and I draw 2 cards. Vanquish of the Foul is a 6-drop for destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, and I get to scry 1. And now I have 2 more cards that I put in this build, which would be 44 and 45. And I honestly was not upset with them at all. So I pulled Thesa, God of the Sea, which is a pretty nice card. She is a 3-drop legendary creature, legendary enchantment creature, which is a god with indestructible. As long as my devotion is less than 5, Thesa isn't a creature. And so basically you'd have more than 5 devotion not to swing or block with her, which isn't really hard to get in a mono blue deck. 1 colorless and 1 blue to target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. So she's a very nice card to have in this deck. I was really happy that I pulled her. And then I pulled Elspeth, Sun Champion, which is a 6-drop Planeswalker. Currently the most expensive Planeswalker in the set, going for around $30, but I really expect her to drop a lot. Her +1 is to put 3/1/1 Right Soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. Her -3 is destroy all creatures with power 4 or greater, which is what I really use against my opponents since most of my creatures are weak. And it comes out with 4, so you can -3 here, and then +1 the next turn. Or -7, I gain control of an emblem, and creatures that I control get 2/2 and have flying. So she's a very nice card. Really happy with those 2 pulls. And that's about it. I ended up doing terrible at pre-release, honestly. Probably the worst tournament I've ever entered in my life. But like I said, I pulled my money's worth out of cards, and I'm really happy with it, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Later.